Mark, obviously you heard your name bandied about, and I guess this is part of the process when a team doesn't achieve what you guys were hoping to achieve this year. Give me your thoughts on sort of how everything came to be and your thoughts on getting moved to Columbus.
Well, it was expected. I didn't. The worst part was waiting, not knowing where or when. So to wake up to the phone and kind of everything happened real quick. Bit of spinning this morning because I thought I was going one place and ended up another, and talked to a bunch of people, and settling in Columbus. I don't know if there's a more comfortable situation for me to go to, and that's knowing the staff, the hockey operations, a lot of the teammates still. So that adjustment, I think, is going to be as smooth as possible, and it's exciting to be back right in the thick of a playoff race.
All right, well, Dublin, which is where you're building as well, Dublin, Ohio. So give me a thought on that.
Well, it's nice to not have to go live in a hotel for a couple months. So going back there again, where it's familiar. I know the city. Again, know everybody around there. That part is going to be the transition that's probably easy. But getting to know again the teammates, the systems, and all that kind of stuff, and getting caught up to speed with where they're at, that'll be the tough part.
Give us your thoughts on just your overall experience here in Edmonton, and maybe what some of your fondest memories are going to be.
Well, it was exceptional the whole time. We're certainly not where we want to be right now. And having this little scrum's wasn't in the plan. But for me, experiencing what it was like to play in front of that crowd in the playoffs ranks up there with anything I've done in hockey. It was the atmosphere was second to none, and what we'd accomplished really felt special. So that's why it's really disappointing to talk to you today about being moved on, not being able to kind of see it through with the group we had here. But for me, nothing but great things to say about the organization, the way myself personally and my family was treated. We're very first class.
You didn't actually think you were going to Nashville, though, did you?
I did. When I got off the phone with Peter this morning, that is what it was left at, was Nashville. So I don't know if he knew the second part of the deal or if he was allowed to tell me the second part of the deal. But for about a brief 15-minute window there, I thought I was going to be wearing a lot of yellow. Then eventually some more phone calls came and it got hashed out. But yeah, so it's a good thing I didn't give my wife the first phone call. I had to wait till it was all hashed out. So, but yeah, it was one of the more happy phone calls that she's gotten. Again, because her network outside of hockey in Columbus is exceptional. A lot of friends, a lot of people there. So she's thrilled as well as the family.
You left Columbus because they didn't give you enough money, or what happened there?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, and I'll be honest. The offer was superior in Edmonton. And at the time there just wasn't as strong a fit in Columbus as there was in Edmonton. And I seen something. We just picked up Connor in the draft, and the elite players championship seem to follow those guys around. And to be a part of that in the first 3 years of his career, it seems like a smart move for my career at the time.
Peter mentioned the other day that he has kept you and Patrick in the loop every step of the way and did not discount the possibility. You are an unrestricted free agent at the end of the season. Is that could you potentially see re-engaging in conversations down the road? I guess you got to keep all teams open, don't you?
Certainly. Again, Peter's been excellent through this whole process. I wouldn't say he's kept me in the loop with every step, but he's been very respectful of me and my family. And again, I have nothing but great things to say about the organization. So come July 1, if something was to work out or you talk, you'd have to see where that goes.
You valued the fact that you could be a Swiss Army knife on the Oilers. I think that's why most teams like you, right shot, when face-offs, play all.
Well, and I think you mentioned a couple things that I can do. Sometimes if just one of those hit, you can fit somewhere, whether it's a face-off man or maybe there's need on the power play or the penalty kill. There's deficiencies in my game, of course, but I think there's some things that I can bring to lineups at this time of year, especially when my game seems to really go to another level during the playoffs. That would be appealing to teams. But yeah, I view my role here is probably similar to what I'm going to be playing there.